I'm like, time flying.
Yeah. So the last thing I want to talk about is like, I have this idea where currently we have a community chat of like a couple hundred people on certain platforms, right? And so my goal is to create a vehicle where creatives can be themselves authentically and consistently, and then be able to build their own digital platforms through the resources that we provide, whether they be artificial intelligence, physical spaces, performance opportunities, paid opportunities, anything that, consistently reoccurs in the creative's lifestyle and path towards success, right? And so I have an opportunity that I've been brought where somebody want to let me manage their space and partner with them, and I want to talk to y'all about like how y'all navigate those things, get y'all opinion on like partnerships and managing projects. You know what I mean? What's your experience with managing projects in any capacity, whether it's your own music project, an event show, a business, like whether you go to, you might work at FedEx, I don't know. So that's why I'm asking.
So just personally with my music, I definitely try to just, like I even have like a mixtape coming on my way like soon. What I'm just doing with that.
It's a mixtape. Like, there's so many names now. It got EPs, LPs, albums, mixtapes. It's a mixtape. Got you.
Right. But right now I got most of the songs. Definitely still trying to figure out how I'm gonna, like we were just talking about earlier, trying to present it. How am I gonna, put it out to people where these people are gonna want to listen to it. These people are gonna want to be like, what type of music am I making? Because it's not all the same type of stuff on there. So it's just type of the packaging I'm trying to do, for real. Okay. I'm just trying to get that out.
So what I heard was like in a management position, you gotta worry about presentation management, and then your audience. You reiterated that a lot. Like not even just the audience, but thinking about the person you're delivering it to. Like I feel like that's like when you start doing this business stuff, that becomes like the higher level effort. Like everybody doesn't get to that part, and sometimes you just delegate that, right? You're like, but to really have somebody evaluate and get into the perspective or the idea of other people in order to like see like do you want to play this music in the shower? Do you play this at your baby shower? Do you play this? Like that's very, very intentional. So I get what you mean, like how that's something I always hear in project management, that especially with music, people are like, how do I get this to the right people? Because you know what I'm saying? I don't listen to AC/DC. You could hit me with that shit 20 times. Like, I'm just gonna skip it. Yeah, it's never gonna connect. So it's like, not never, but it has not ever connected. So for yourself, like managing projects and partnerships. Either one, whichever one you want to tackle, or both, whatever.
I say managing a partnership, because you gotta figure out funding. I think that's important. It's like what you just said, like even going into a space with somebody, you gotta figure out like how to fund what you're doing. What's going to be like the outlet for everything around it to grow and bring stuff into it.
And I mean, all right, well, funding, if I give you 3, right? I give you the opportunity to sell your own product in the space. If I could give you a loan, but I need like, an interest rate on that, right? Or if I give you a grant, but I want equity in your brand, right? Like, these are 3 different types of funding. So are they all accurate for what you would like to get accomplished or what you're referring to? Or is it like, do you mean something specific in terms of funding? I'm asking this because there's different types of people who listen to these things. So some people's minds go directly to a grant. Some people's mind go to, I got to save up all this money and do it out of pocket. Some people's mindsets go to, I got to hit a bank. So it's like, that's why I'm trying to help distinguish that.
It'll be 2 things out of it. One part is always using my own money. Okay. That's one thing I like to do. And the other part is finding equity. I think that's much easier. It's for something I've been learning for like the past year, to partner with somebody and then to establish like what you capable of doing with somebody else, instead of, like I said, you sitting there putting your own bread into stuff. You still gotta look for the resources at the end of the day from yourself. Like I just watched It was a clip, but it was a clip of Shark Tank. Kevin Hart was on there.
Like as the investor or as the, okay.
So it was like an animated, this bull came with like the series. It was like an animation series or whatever.
I know the series you're talking about.
You seen it?
Yeah.
So he was asking for like, Kevin Hart pitching me like, look, give me this %. And bull said, can we lower that? And then I'll give y'all this. And he like, but bro, you gonna need all my resources. And I got the resources. Like, I'm Kevin Hart. And boy, it was like, for my fans, all right, this is what I have to do. So at the end of the day, like I said, once you get to a point where if you're not making consistent income off of something,